Salut pour tous et soyez les bienvenus dans le programme Planète Équitable avec Zanetti. In our series, we are talking about the environmental assets and technology, how you can apply different technologies, approaches, methodologies, facilities, infrastructure in order to generate different environmental credits from your environmental assets. And it's really important to check this due to the fact that your environmental assets, they do not confuse themselves. You are not supposed to have a carbon credit which is protecting biodiversity. Those are completely different things. You cannot have a water credit that is generating carbon credits. It's a completely different approach. So it is really important to keep this in mind. You are not supposed to have a carbon credit which will protecting biodiversity. It is the same to say that you are preparing your land for cultivating soybeans and you wanna harvest cotton, or that you are preparing your pasture land for livestock and you wanna crop soybeans from it. So it is impossible. You are using one kind of technology to produce one kind of effect, let's say that, and you cannot claim to have other effect going on. It is a waste of credits, a waste of technology. That is a very specific technology, for example, to create biodiversity credits, which will be the subject of our first approach here within our episodes. So to generate a biodiversity credit, you have a very specific situation where you're gonna need to create or to be based on a demand. So the demand for a biodiversity credit is generated under specific conditions. And these specific conditions will require a determined amount or volume of biodiversity credits which will be used for this specific use. So you cannot, for example, monitor whatever is the biodiversity and require credits from that. Monitoring, it doesn't do much for biodiversity, and doing much is what we need, and that's what we'll be talking about in our next episodes. Follow us to learn more. Let God's peace and the love that builds be our weapons on our daily struggle for justice. Zanetti for tous les amis africains.